hotel jail.
So we are now in our 6 days. So tomorrow will be our quarantine swab. I'm not ready for it, but
Yeah,
it means that we're getting closer to get out.
hopefully. Yeah, got some issues potentially with that, but maybe that'll be for another video. But this video is how we got here. And if you too want to come to the Philippines right now, how can you do it? How can they do it, honey?
Non-Ofw, since we're not. If you're an OFW, you have a different process, I think.
Yeah, everything's paid for you. It's part of that process.
Free, but if you are not,
It's free for them, but not for you.
so we will talk about the papers that you need to fill it up and then bring it with you, so you don't need to you will not make it fill it out in the airport or in the airplane, something like that. You need your own pen too.
Yes, because they don't give you a pen because of COVID. They don't want to pass the germs around.
So make sure you will put that in your purse or something.
Yeah, your purse. Give it to your Filipinos because the American's gonna lose it.
Good thing I remember about it.
Yeah,
You
we
didn't
wouldn't have had a pen. I'd have been cutting my finger and writing it in blood. So, what do you need prior to your flight? So, our flight was on 6 August, and if you go on to Philippine Air, they have some really helpful links on what you need and how to do it, step by step, what needs to get done. Unfortunately, some of the steps don't work, or they didn't work for us. So the first one is to register for the ECIF, which is required by Philippine Air. It's basically you're certifying that you're healthy.
It's like a Philippine airline code.
Yeah.
They will give you a code.
Yeah, so they give you, once you register for that, they send you an email to your email that you registered with a code. You go back to that same site, you put that code in, and then you answer all of those health questions again, whether you've been vaccinated.
Just basic question.
Fortunately, they're accepting the vaccinations from overseas now, kind of. And then once you submit that the second time, then they send a QRF code to your email. You're going to want to print that off.
Yeah, because, well, they will not look for it at the airport where you will depart, but I mean, when you arrive here in the Philippines, they will look for it.
Actually, at the airport we left, they actually did look at it. They scanned it.
Because some people...
To make sure it matched to our names.
Some people there in the airport, that we get in the airport already, now, but there's a lot of people that they're still sitting because they are, they're asking if they already have that ECIF QR code. They said no, so they need to fill it out, something like that. So that's why it's a good thing if you will have that before you fly. So.
Well, maybe if you're Filipino, you can get through ticketing. But for me and the kids with 3 blue passports, I had to present the code before they would issue the boarding passes.
And my passport will be expired on the day that we arrive here. That's why.
Yeah, part of it. So you need that, and then there's the Bureau of Quarantine, Department of Health Bureau of Quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go. That's like step 2 for the Philippine Airlines. You go there.
Well, that's the yellow.
You submit that, and then they send you another code, but that one takes a day, so you don't get that one right away. That's the Philippine Airlines one is almost instantaneous, but
Yeah.
the Department of Health one, you submit it, and then you have to wait like 24 hours, and it tells you can't do it until like 3 days before your flight, so you got to be really careful with it. So we got the code, and then we tried to update. There was a requirement to go in and update to get a QR code for when you do the yellow form when you arrive in Manila. But even though I filled out all of the required fields, everything had something in it. It kept telling me that there was a field that wasn't
the step 2
filled in, so I could never update it to get the QR code. But if you find yourself in that same boat as us, I mean, I was sweating bullets. I was like, we're going to get there. They're not going to let us
That's the
fly.
yellow paper that you fill out
Right.
in the airplane.
But when we got to Manila and we landed, and I filled out the yellow form and put all the information on there, and then the Bureau of Quarantine,
They collect it.
the Philippine Coast Guard people that came on the plane, she took the form and asked us if we had the QR code, and Cheryl explained to them our problem, and she was like, oh, okay, that's fine, and then it was no issue. But the QR code for the ECIF, you're going to need that to get on the plane at your port of debarkation. You're going to need that QR code when you land in Manila and you process through to pay for your swab test. They scan it for that. And then you're also going to need that same QR code for when they come to your hotel to actually do the swab test.
So just skip it.
They scan that again, and also they scan the payment receipt sticker that they put on the back of each of the passports for everyone.
You need to
when
wear
you
like
arrive.
face shield all the time, mask all the time. You just take them off when you eat. And it was our first time.
Well, they say that, but they weren't really very strict with enforcing that. I hope I'm not getting anybody in trouble, but for our daughter, like, she would wear a mask, but very briefly. But
She don't really like masks.
they really didn't say anything to her. And
Yeah, in
there
the
were.
airport.
I saw adults on the plane too that they didn't have their face shields on, or they didn't have their mask on. It wasn't. Nobody even said politely to them, "Hey, you need to put your mask on or your face shield on." They just let them go.
Well, guys, you don't worry. If you don't have face shield, they
They'll
will
give you one. Free.
When you like you're in your like everyone is in their seat now, they will like, do you have face shield? Do you have face shield like that? But we got our own.
Yeah, just don't let CJ near him because he throws them away. We had like refills. You know, we had the glasses and 3 face shields in each box. We thought, hey, this will last us for a whole trip. Yeah, we got to the hotel and CJ snuck them into the trash can because they were in his bag, his carry-on bag. He's like, oh, it's garbage. I'll just throw it away. He didn't tell us until after we already threw the trash out. Oops. So I guess now we have to buy some more face shields, but I guess it could be worse. You know. Anyway, so our flight was direct into Manila from Honolulu, so it was about 8.5 hours. We left an hour late, but we arrived about 30 minutes early than we were projected to land according to our tickets.
It was just scary.
But you know how normally when you land, especially in the Philippines, they're like, everyone please remain in your seats until the aircraft comes to a complete stop. But you know, normally you just hear seatbelts like as right after you land, you're still taxiing, you're not ready to get off the plane. But for this one, this was like the first time I've actually seen where people actually paid attention because they told them that no one was going to deplane until the Philippine Coast Guard was going to actually come onto the plane and give a briefing to everyone, and then they were going to do an individual temperature check for everyone on the plane before they let anyone off the plane.
Oh, guys, you need a hotel. If you are Non-Ofw, you need a hotel booking, guys.
Well, you don't really need it because when you land, you could pick one, but then you're subject to whatever's left.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's
like,
safer
it will
to get one
take
before
more
you
time. You will take more time at the airport.
Yeah, but you can get it at the airport. But so the girl that was doing the temperature, she was walking through with this thing. It looked like a giant camera, and she was just pointing it at people's heads, and it was. She only stayed on one side of the plane, and she tested everybody. And I guess it takes a snapshot of your body heat, and it gives them a temperature pretty quick.
You need to take your face shield off.
Yeah.
But the mask is still there.
Anything over 38 degrees Celsius, and you're out.
And like when you get to the airport, like when like it will like take a few minutes because you need to like do like by row or something like that to get out.
Yes, each individual row. They announce they're like row 1 through 10, and it's a very slow process.
Even when you get in the airplane.
We were row 62. I think there were like 3 rows behind us. That was it. But we were close to the bathroom, so I guess that was good for the flight. Anyway, I don't recommend 2 kids under 5 on a near 9-hour flight.
Yeah, it's so
crazy, especially our kids.
They don't have patience, guys. So like crying, shouting. Good thing they didn't complain about it. It's like just our kids.
Well, CJ was complaining when we landed. He's like, "Dad, I want to get off. I want to get off."
No,
this
I mean
plane."
like the people that we are in the airport.
Yeah.
Like they didn't say anything about it.
Thank you to everyone that was around us. If you happen to watch our videos, for being nice and kind and not objecting to screaming and crying and all manner of craziness.
So when you get to the airport, guys, like they have like an entrance for an OFW and entrance for non-OFW.
Right.
So if you're non-OFW, then you will go to the entrance of the non-OFW, and if you're OFW, you will, because
you have your QR codes out with you. This was something that we messed up on. We had them in a binder. We didn't have them out, and I didn't really understand what the lady was asking. I thought she was asking about the BOQ QR code, which we didn't have, but we did have the ECIF QR code, and that was the one that mattered. But so we ended up sitting in seats for an extended period of time before we realized that the QR code they wanted was the one we had, and then they moved us to the front, and we went right up to the front. So we could have been out of there much faster if we would have understood what they were asking for. So for anyone coming after us, August 2021, the ECIF QR code is the one they want when you go to that non-OFW line, and you can go all the way to the front if you already have your QR code, because when they put you in the seats, I guess that's so you can go online and you can get the QR code if you don't already have it, but you have to have it before you can leave the airport. All right, so you want to tell them about registering for the shots?
Yeah.
Or the test?
Like, they have a link that you can pay it online, but we didn't pay it online, so we pay it there at the airport. It's 3,500 each. Yeah, each, and then we are 4, so it's a 14,000.
Luckily, we had leftover pesos from the 2018 trip to the Philippines, and I think we had 16,000 pesos. So 14 of it went to that, and.
Well, before you can pay your like swab. There's a lady there that they will assist. Like they will put stamp in your passport, like write your like where is your final destination, something like that.
And you have to fill out a paper.
Yeah, like a number here in the Philippines, like contact number here. So.
But at least there they give you a pen.
Mm.
And good thing I memorized the lot number for our vaccinations, so I don't have to look it up anymore.
After that, they will ask you if you will pay by dollar or by a piece.
Yeah, so you can pay by either one. I figured we'd get cheated at dollars, so we went with the pesos since we had it. So 14,000 pesos. They put 4 stickers on our passports, and then we still had to wait for the guy to put stuff into the computer. He was pretty quick though typing. He had an iPad and a computer, and he would put the information in the computer, send it to the iPad, and then he had to take a screenshot of the QR code for each individual person to go with the application to the testing facility to do the swab test.
Yeah, then they will give you a receipt. Then you need to keep that because they will find it when it's time for them to come here in your room and do the swab. They will find that. So after that, we went down not to go to that. Where is that? Immigration?
No, that was to the carousel to get our million bags.
Immigration.
Oh yeah, we did immigration first. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
my bad.
That's where they
back that up, guys. We went to immigration, and he gave us a hard time because Cheryl's passport was expiring the day we arrived.
They just asked me if I noticed about it, and I said yeah, and I already have a appointment to renew my passport. So he said yeah, it's okay, you don't need to see the appointment, something like that.
But we were prepared just in case.
It's not really they're not really giving us a hard time there. So
No.
after that, we went to our luggage.
We did get the annual Balik Bayan visa for myself and the kids, though. So that
So
was nice.
the luggage is like they're standing. You need to find you.
Yeah, all the luggage had already been pulled off the carousel by the time we got there, because it took us, after we got off the plane, it was about an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes before we actually got down to the baggage area. And we brought like half a plane of bags, so we needed a really big cart.
We have 10 big luggages, guys, that we check in.
Yes.
So we need that big.
No single human being can move them.
Like there's a people there that will offer that if you have a lot of luggages, like you need it.
It's a
But
porter.
yeah,
Very helpful.
but they can't get out, guys. So
Yeah, don't tip the first guy. I made that mistake.
how much
He went outside.
How much you think?
Get this, guys. He went outside to get the big cart, came back in, put all the bags that we showed him on the cart, and then when we go to the door, and
They just push it to the door. The door is just
and then
like
he says,
there.
"I can't go outside, sir." So I was like, "What?" And I threw him a tip. I gave him 1,000 pesos, guys, and this guy
Then
was
when
like
you
over the
got
moon with that.
outside, there's another guy.
I had to pay another guy, who he handed the cart to at the door.
You need to like pay
And then I had to pay.
$1 for one luggage.
I had to pay per luggage.
For $1, no?
I paid in dollars because we didn't have any more pesos.
$1 for one luggage.
No, it was two because it was.
That's what it write in the table. $1.
Was it one?
Mm.
I don't remember. I gave him a
So-
20 and I got some change. I don't know what it was.
So that's what you will pay, and then they will like if you have like what is that like we have a car from here in the hotel. So
Oh, that's required, guys. You're not allowed to get transportation at the airport.
from your relatives, no? They will
Or no, not even public transportation. It has to be
I think you can get transportation in the airport, but
right. You can get public transportation like through the airport people, but you can't like go outside like you used to be able to and just grab a taxi or a van or something. They don't allow that anymore. It has to be it has to be from the hotel you're going to, or it has to be someone that they
departure
charter
airport,
for
like,
you. It's direct. You're not allowed to go anywhere other than to the hotel you're staying in, so that they can lock you up for 10 long days of suffering.
So,
But that's neither here nor there.
but we are here now. Like
Waiting.
got here at the hotel. The driver was so nice.
The driver was really nice. You get an email while you're at the hotel to confirm the information for those getting the swab
Like
test.
you need to like, if you use a Philippine number, like someone's Philippine number, they need to watch like because they will send a message to that number like about your updates about the swabs, something.
Anyway, I didn't reply to it fast enough, so we're still waiting for the reply on that. Hopefully we get it before tomorrow. And then we got here and we're checked in, we're stuck. You can only eat the food that's provided by.
Yeah, did you
This
not allow
hotel.
delivery foods?
They did one. They allowed me to do a pizza. Because Scarlett wanted a pizza.
Our case was like looking apple,
Bananas.
bananas, pizza.
Everything they don't have.
But CG was like, let's just go back to America.
Yeah. He's also said, Mom, we're in the Philippines. Where's Tita? But, maybe soon we'll see them. This is getting kind of long, honey. I think we
that's
should cut
all,
this
guys.
now.
That's all for like how we get there, like a process.
Yeah, and if you have any specific questions, put them down below and we'll try to get to them while we're, hey, you got 4 days to ask anything, and we're like we're available because we can't do anything else, and the internet here sucks too. So, but I think now's the time for you to smash the like button and subscribe
Comment down
and
below.
comment and watch our next video and our other videos too for
Updates. We will just updates what tomorrow, especially tomorrow, because we will be doing the.
maybe we'll get some footage of the stick in the nose driving it into the brain.
You're scaring me though.
I've already had a COVID test, guys. I'm not worried about it.
But I'm worried.
And it's a Philippine nurse, you know? Aren't they like the best nurses in the world?
Let's see.
We couldn't ask for anything better, right?
So that's all for today, guys. We are like, it's like so long.
Yeah.
That's all for this video, and we will see you next time.
Bye. Aloha from Manila.